Good evening. Good evening.
What's up, y'all?
We'll wait for the masses to come on. We're expecting a large crowd.
It made some poop gas on me.
I am enjoying the colder weather.
Me.
We need some more light on you, honey. Or do we?
No.
What's going on, everybody? Who's here? Who's here?
Sound off.
Sound off.
Roll call. I'm trying to keep the boys straight, man.
I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. Why is there a shadow on your side? Oh, it's the microphone. Microphone check. Maybe I should move the microphone to the middle, huh? So the light shines bright on you. Shine bright.
It looks like a dick. Yo, we ain't got nobody on here right now.
Anyway.
He wants to play. He don't want to play. Don't beat me up. Don't you beat me up.
We just gonna edit all that out.
Uh-huh.
All right, look. We're gonna get started in about 30 seconds.
Oh yeah. We have nobody on. Say hi.
All right, let's roll. Let's roll. What's up, everyone? My name is Tamika Means, and I am the prison wife coach. This is
Mr. No Cap.
And you are
the prison wife's coach.
This is the real coach right here. You better put him down for my mom coming here and yeah. Carla, what's up? What's up? Carla's always in the building.
If he is not entertained, then he is going to sound off.
Okay, well.
I'm sorry, Mama.
Oh, well, we'll see if my mom hops on here. But
she won't, but she will text.
Yikers. All right, so we are in the building, me and hubby. And again, our goal is to promote healthy relationships, healthy prison relationships. And I am coaching women with incarcerated spouses. So my goal is to help you get more acquainted with yourself, have some clarity on what you want in a relationship so that you can be more confident to ask for what you need in your relationship, stand up for what you need, and, get to a place where you two are vibing. You are getting back to focusing on your own personal goals instead of worrying and being filled with anxiety and feeling like you're in a black hole, or just, feeling like your life revolves around that relationship. That's not normal. We don't want that.
Say hey, Zoe.
So, who's on here?
Say hey, Zoe.
Mama Dukes. His Mama Dukes.
Hey, Zoe.
My Mama Dukes, if she comes on, she be lurking. She don't actually comment, though. Well, so how's everyone doing? So today we're going to be talking about pulling your spouse out of a funk. So as you guys already know, coming home can be a rough transition, and it could be filled with days and nights of feeling sad, social isolation, not wanting to be around people, mood swings, you name it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
What else?
All
aggression, loneliness,
militancy.
Oh, that's interesting. And just being all around strange. That can be him. So, and I think it's somewhat similar to being on a emotional roller coaster. So I equate this to emotional roller coaster because I know what it feels like to be in that position, when he was gone, one day you're happy, you're having a decent day, and negativity. Yes, that's another one. Yep. And the next day, you could be down in the dumps. So it's like highs, lows, everywhere in between. And at the beginning of the bid, I know for myself that emotional roller coaster was filled with a lot of, well, mostly lows, and then you would have high periods, but the plateaus and the steeps from the mountains were very it was very steep and very low until it finally leveled out. Oh, he's got something to say.
Yeah, you gonna
What do you,
talk.
oh,
Is him gonna talk?
okay, what you got to say?
Is him gonna talk?
He's cat got his tongue. Cat got his tongue. So I think definitely dealing with the post incarceration side of things for him when he comes home. Please don't eat the microphone. Don't eat the microphone, please.
He
Um
live and direct
he
tonight.
has, I feel like you have highs and lows. Would you equate to your what you go through as a emotional roller coaster? How would you describe it? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know,
I'm kind of hungry.
you deal with what you're dealing with, and then you got people in your close surroundings, and you take on what they're dealing with, you know, and
Oh, won't
sometimes
you?
it can, yeah, it's definitely emotional roller coaster.
Speaking to the mic.
They can hear me. The mic is very good. It's a Yeti. um, I mean, so you gotta, yeah. I mean, like, optimally, you want to find some sort of
Is
balance.
that a word?
Yes, absolutely.
Optimally. It just sounded strange.
You want to find some sort of balance. You know,
What are
and,
the highs and lows for you? What does
uh,
it feel like from your end?
I mean, a high. I can't necessarily describe it, but when my highs is, and when my lows is. So I can't necessarily describe a high and a low, but
Well, how do you
I
feel?
definitely know what my lows are.
So what are the lows like for you? The low periods.
Um, I mean, when I'm low, honestly, when I'm low, I just try not to go into the rabbit hole. Like, you can be low without going into the rabbit hole, and the rabbit hole is basically like, you know, um, you in a funk, and you get you thrive off the funk. You thrive off the negativity. You thrive off the, you know, being low, because a lot of us are used to being low. So
So you know how to navigate in that space is what you're saying.
nah,
Oh.
you know, and I mean, it can lead to some dark places. You know what I'm saying? Like, woe is,
What was me mood?
yeah. But you know what? It not necessarily woe is me, because once you've done the time that I've done and done the stuff that I've done, it's not necessarily woe is me. It's more so, I'm here, and you try. I mean, I try not to now revel in it. I used to revel in it. We was at a cookout one time. I think it was 4th of July, and Tamika was trying to get Tamika was trying to park, and they had closed off a specific section, and I went off on the police, um, because he was, you know, young, and we had a whole entourage of stuff. And one of the people that we went with, I'm trying to cater the words.
I don't even remember this.
No, because you were driving. One of the people that we were with was like, oh, why, why would you approach him like that? All that's gonna bring is negativity, and what are you getting out of that? And I mean, I simply just said to her, because I want to. Simple as that. You know,
But can you describe what it's like on your end? Like, what do you think? Are there certain things you think? What's your emotion? Or
um, I can't describe what I'm thinking. I won't describe what I think,
okay,
but my emotions be basically, like full throttle aggression.
aggression. But you get quiet though.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. I told you that before. Like when I'm hooping and hollering, and when I'm hooping and hollering, and whatever, then pay me no mind. If I get quiet, that's when the gears is turning or whatever. But I understand what my priorities is. Everybody don't have a clear insight on that. Because it's not like right smack dab in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, my priorities is like right smack dab in the face. So it creates a sort of perspective. Um, it's tough though. It's tough.
So he's been in a funk for the last 2 weeks. It was finally broke yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I would say. It was like a slow decline. I think it started with I think the things you have to get familiar with are his patterns. You got to get familiar with his behavior. I think one of the first thing he's been on this like self care kick, probably in the last
Hey, hey,
two.
hey, hey, John. Hey.
Hey, what's up? What's up? For the last couple months, and
Who's
in the
talking?
last two, I would say within the last 2 weeks, he started like, oh, what's up, Kazo?
What's up, Jack?
That's why you ain't called back.
Yeah, man. I was good. Hey, I was, dancing with the devil. You know what I'm saying? But
so,
we didn't dance too many times. You know what I'm saying? So I know the dance.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, it started with like I think the first thing I noticed, he kind of stopped combing his hair. He stopped.
Yeah,
He stopped combing his hair. That was the first sign.
when I stop taking care of me, that mean that I'm in a fucking mode.
Oh, oh my God! Cover your ears. Oh,
Earmuffs.
earmuffs. And so yeah,
Earmuffs.
him because he before he was taking real good care of his hair, and then suddenly that stopped. He stopped combing his hair. He stopped brushing it. He stopped making it look nice. He would put this oil in his hair. Because I was used to him doing that now, I noticed when he stopped, and it started becoming a new pattern. And then I noticed smells. Not on him, but like nah, I don't want to give TMI. Like he just stopped putting in effort toward himself. Like he went to this place where he just was self-absorbed, a good word. I don't know if that's a good phrase, but like he stopped caring. He slowly stopped caring more and more about his appearance.
And I get aggressive.
No, I wouldn't say he gets aggressive. I don't notice that. To me, I noticed he got quiet. So his appearance started declining, kind of, when he got into that funk, when he started kind of slipping downhill, and
I knew
he
I
started
was
withdrawing. Like he stopped talking.
I knew I was in the funk I when I walked like smack out on Ritchie Highway, and I'm like, yo, y'all gonna stop. Period. I don't care if the light green or not. I'm going. I feel like walking, and that's what I feel like doing. And I mean, of course they stop, but at the end of the day, that's not safe. That's not, you know, mentally, that's not what you're supposed to do. So um you just gotta have a meeting of the minds, you know what I mean? Like it'd be a lot of stuff that be weighed down. Yeah, it is depression, and unfortunately, a lot of people on my side,
I'm laughing at
definitely,
him getting the body massage.
you know what I'm saying? A lot of people on my side of the family definitely suffer from it, and we don't know how to necessarily cope with it clinic, like I ain't gonna say clinically because I don't necessarily believe in a whole lot of that, but um you have to find a way to cope with it.
Which reminds me, we were supposed to be getting a
Who cares
therapist in
again?
line.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. I'm open to it, but I'm more so holistic versus clinical, because you're not going to prescribe me a bunch of pills and say,
Holistic, clinical doesn't have to mean clinical, can mean holistic.
yeah. I all I was doing was just defining what I'm with, versus what I'm not. I just don't want to be, when you locked up, um, when you locked up, the go-to plan is to give you pills, and you see people walking around like zombies, literally zombies,
And you sound like a zombie on the phone.
you know, and that ain't what I mean, that's not what's up. You already know, like in your rational mind, like that's not where I want to be. Like that's the other end of the spectrum. So we got to find a happy medium, and you become opposed to, medication and stuff like that. So I don't be with the medication and stuff. Like you gotta really, really like talk me into that type of stuff. And that is one thing that I probably will do like all the research on, because I just seen too many people, man. Hey, I didn't seen people walking around picking up old cigarette butts. You know what I'm
I
saying?
sure hope that has never
No,
been
I'm
you.
dead serious.
I'm hoping that has never been you.
Hell no.
Oh my God, with smacking hands.
Hey,
What the?
I mean,
Oh,
nah, man.
oh
Hey,
my God.
I was fortunate during that time. I was fortunate enough to
Oh,
have people's, my mother and my grandmother and my aunts and all them, they send me money. So I was fortunate enough, never had to do that. But yeah, man.
so I would say initially, not initially, but after he's been home for a few months, I would say definitely start checking up on his patterns. Check, his patterns you're looking at is basically, it could be things that he says, the way he looks, places he goes, the way he moves, like his patterns around the house. Is he sitting out on the deck more versus being in the house, watching TV more or less? The way he talks to people. The way he talks
How
to
do
the
I talk to people?
how do you talk to people? Your tone of voice. When you're triggered, your tone of voice changes. Your facial expressions change.
Like how?
Like you start giving me that like that.
I give you that?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really have picks, but I do have picks. Meeks and
It is a habit.
Meeks is a pick.
When you get in that mental space, you just like you are triggered easily. Your fuse is short. Just like if somebody is in a space where they have a low tolerance, that's what he gets. He gets into a space where he has really low tolerance and anything will bother him. It could be noises, it could be movement,
Noises definitely
noises,
bother me.
move too much movement,
Yeah.
noises.
Yeah.
If he doesn't know what's going on, if he's confused, he gets confused easily. It might not even be anything going on, and
I just don't like it.
he'll misinterpret stuff.
Like when you didn't spend so much time in the cell, you get used to a certain quiet, and that's not necessarily good because the quiet will make you reflect, but you're so comfortable with the reflection, of the quiet that when it's sudden movements or noises and stuff like that, you just boom. What's that? What's going on?
That's him.
You know,
He gets more like that, like startled and like feeling really bothered when he starts getting in that low period, when he starts getting in the funk.
Yeah, I do.
He has a very short fuse, low tolerance stuff, and like for me, when he gets like that, I get out of I
Yeah, she get out of Dodge,
skedatter.
man. She get out of Dodge. I won't see her for like 3. We live in the same house, and I won't see her for like 3 days.
I
man.
say, okay, I see you over there. I see you. I'm gonna be over here, and
but that's good though. That's good.
So I start getting back into single mom mode. That's what I do.
That's good.
I start getting back. I call it single mom mode. All right, I'm gonna leave him, let him be, and I'm gonna just go over here and handle everything, which I know is not good, but that only lasts for a certain period of time. But in the past, what I used to do, I would probably be like, "Why are you doing this?" or "Why are you doing that?" Or I would say things that would probably put him in a defensive space. So I recommend never, ever, 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 do not
because
ever
all
say
of the aggression will be. You now have a target. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we don't know why we in a funk. A lot of times the funk might happen that got nothing to do with the family. But at the end of the day, we can't give that to whatever it is that's bothering us. But when you confront it and you continue to confront it, then you become the target because it's like, all right, boom, and you get everything, and then you like, whoa, she probably, whoa, where all that come from? And then everything will come out of her that she's been, the single mom mode and this and that and this and that, and now you're in funky time. You don't want to be in funky time.
So what you can't do is you can't meet. Okay, he's calling it aggression, but I guess I
don't be aggressive with her. You know what I'm saying? Because
no, I respect the fact that you call it aggression, but it's silence. It's aggression. I understand what you're saying. It's aggression for you, but it shows up as silence in the house.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
when he gets in that, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, you can't. So I was going to say you can't meet aggression with aggression. Aggression for me is me in your face. So I guess in the past I would probably verbally charge him.
In a turmoil.
I would verbally charge him and be like, what's going on? What's happening? Why are you doing this? What's going, like, just kind of like attacking, I guess. He would probably perceive it as attacking. And it would immediately put him in a defensive mode. So I recommend never doing that. Never start your sentences off of why. Why are you doing this? Because immediately he's having to defend himself. So if you start
what is him doing?
Approaching him in a manner where he feels like he has to defend himself, you're literally pushing him further into that space that you don't want him to be in. So I would say guard your tone of voice, guard your choice of words. Think about what you're going to you really should think about how you're going to say it and how you're going to approach him, especially when he's in that space, because what you could be doing is damaging him and not allowing him to open up to you, or you're cornering him, which is going to force him to stay in that space a lot longer.
I mean, all right, Carl, listen. If you ask, if you clearly see your dude is in a funk, and you ask him, "Is everything okay?" That's like a rhetorical question. You already know everything is not okay. Something is bothering you. You know what I'm saying? So it could go one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be prepared for that if you ask that question, because you asking an obvious question.
Do you mean by it can go either way, as in he might get more upset?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you could be the problem. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't ran through your whole checklist, and you ran through your whole mental checklist, and you didn't deduced, okay, I'm definitely not the problem here.
But she would legitimately wouldn't know that though, unless he communicates that. Because you will sit here and say, I've asked if everything's okay, and I know it's me that something's rubbing you wrong,
You hear what you hear what she just said?
and you'll tell
I
me
know that
no.
it's me. You understand what I'm saying? So you already know. If you done gone through your mental checklist, and you can say, all right, I know for sure it's not me.
Yeah, but there could be other stuff too that I don't understand. There's legitimately things
The handoff.
that
Nobody.
I don't understand, that what you're going through that could be possibly the problem.
Is it better to just walk away and leave them alone? Sometimes. So,
Okay, I was. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back though. What if he asks if everything's okay? So I will ask if is I will ask, is everything okay? Not because I'm looking for an answer, but just to tell him I see that there's something going on. That's just a notification. That's not really a I'm expecting a response question.
yeah, because normally I would, yeah, I'm good.
That's just a he's gonna respond saying
Good
that
day, I'm okay. Bad day, I'm okay.
exactly. And because he's been in so much more greater turmoil in his life, he's gonna have the mentality that it doesn't matter what's happening, I'm gonna survive, I'm gonna make it. So it doesn't matter how bad it gets, he's never gonna give you a response that is, oh my god, the world's falling, or yes, this is bothering me, because he's conditioned or programmed to make it through survival. I mean, through life threatening stuff. You know what I'm saying? So asking that question is just really just a
Yeah,
signal to let him know that,
yeah.
hey, I'm concerned. Hey, I see you. I notice something's happening. And it's just to let him know that, I'm not ignoring you, and I'm not caring, basically. That's all that does. So
I mean, and it does help. It does help at the right times. It means everything. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're not gonna, even though I'm not going to say, right then and there, what's bothering me or whatever like that. You know what I mean? But it does help at the right times. You know, a lot of times we are so used to figuring stuff out, you know what I'm saying, and working through stuff, on a bit. You could, you know, I've been locked up, and my great grandmother passed, my great aunt passed. You know what I'm saying? Like you be so used to working through stuff, whereas though, it's not heavy. Even if it is heavy, it's not heavy. But the weight of it being a household, and it I guess it can get very heavy.
And Jenny keep putting PTSD.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of people take that as like light, but just because I'm not in Afghanistan with my life on the line, don't mean that I ain't lived every day with my life on the line. So PTSD is the same is the same. You wake up, you grab your knife. You know what I'm saying? You go to sleep, you know where your knife at. You know what I mean? Because when the doors hit,
Where's your knife at?
I don't have an I mean they in the kitchen. You know what I mean? But I got that bat right there.
That
You
was
know
my
what I
bad.
mean?
That's my bad.
That's our bat.
Oh, that was our bad. But I do want to say so. Jenny wrote, ask if he wants something to eat or drink, and ask. That's interesting. Ask if you can wash his hair. You know what? This is the first time I've actually done this. The hair ones, that's pretty cool. I like that. What I try, so this is how I think the funk broke this time. So instead of me, so I had to. This took me probably a half a day to think. I had to think this over first. I didn't know how to approach him. So what I did first was, is there anything I asked him, is there anything I can help you with? Because I saw that he was struggling with something. So I said, can I help you? Is there anything I can help with? Do you need anything? And I think this, I don't know if it was the same day or the next day. That's when I pulled him up. I was like, look, let's talk. And I pulled him into the hallway. and I and I led with the I know you sexually frustrated. You gotta be. Because there ain't nothing been going on for the last 2 weeks. Not with funk ball over here.
I heard that Jen funny, yo.
What'd she say?
I just stopped sleep with a knife under my pillow.
Who did?
That's that great. That hey, that's that silly. That's that silly in us, man. That's that silly in us.
Oh my! She sleep with a knife under her pillow.
That's that silly in us.
So, so that's how I let. I was like, I'm gonna just be straight up and down with you, and then I just like I ain't got.
I respected it though.
Normally, I would beat around the bush and give him the hum.
I respected it because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to straight. When you in a cell with a dude, when you in a cell with a dude and you got a problem with it, you straightforward. Yo, look, yo, you pissed on the toilet, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like the next time, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to that. So when she approached me like that, I received it immediately. You know what I mean? Because that's something that I'm used to. Whether I like it or not, good, bad, or indifferent, it was straightforward.
So the conversation was basically about
Holding this thing, they can hear us. This a Yeti.
oh, I don't know why I was holding it because it was creating a shadow. That was all. But one day when we get our studio, we're gonna have a nice setup.
One of these days.
Great camera, top of the line, and y'all can be like, I remember when they were sitting on their couch.
Hello.
And yeah, with the baby on a lap. But yeah, so basically during the conversation, it was just kind of like, what did I say to you? I was like, let me help you. Because all this, you sitting on the couch all day, all you doing is sleeping all day, watching TV, not doing nothing, you're not really helping around the house. The bathroom be funky when you come out of it. Like, that ain't attractive. That ain't all that right there ain't enticing me. It's not working right now. And he was receptive. So it was just kind of a conversation of,
Real quick.
What can I do for you? What would make you feel better? How can I get you out of this space, basically? So I was like, would getting a haircut, would that help? And he was like, yeah. I said, what else do you need? What else? What's stopping you from making this happen? What can I do to help you help me? Get us into a better place, basically. So, I mean, I didn't approach him like that the first week. I was just like, all right, we can't let this keep going on and on. He can't stay in this space. So I let him have his little week or two of just,
Yo, when you
But
this the thing, like when you go to work and you bust your ass,
compliment sandwich, compliment worry, compliment.
when you go to work and you bust your ass and this shit not shaking out for whatever reason, it's not shaking out. Too many bills, too less hours, too whatever. You know what I'm saying? Um, it should weigh on, it should weigh on a person, and you start trying to think outside of the box, but you like, yo, I'm busting my ass every day. The, you know what I mean? And one thing will lead to another, will lead to another, will lead to another, on top of outside influences and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you just grab all the weight and you just you just be in a funk. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you're not even conscious. Like I cleaned the bathroom today and I'm like, yo, this shit is funky. You know what I mean? And I just wasn't even conscious. Like I didn't even I wasn't even paying attention to it because it was other shit on my mind. So I didn't even see it.
I'm laughing because you know why.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I know now. Yeah. Yo, like I didn't even see it. And the thing is we got all boys. So if I don't set the example, then they gonna be funky as shit. You know what I'm saying? And if I get in that mode, then I was like, yo, no, we can't live like this. We no, hell no. You know, it be like that.
This man even took the shower curtains down and washed them. I was like,
Yeah, I mean, because like,
he
I
said,
was in full blown silly mode
I've
because
never seen this mode ever in my
at the
life.
end of the day, like, yo,
He'll never do that kind of
that
stuff. Got that kind of cleaning.
that type
Like
that type of
baseboard
funk.
cleaning.
Yeah,
Baseboard
no,
cleaning.
man, we can't do that. We can't do that.
He
We
said,
can't
oh,
live
you get
like
turned on by the weirdest stuff. I said, that's not weird.
that. That's not. I mean, like, yeah, we can't live like that, man. And
I have migrated to upstairs bathroom. The men have their own bathroom in the house.
but I feel like that's how it should be, though. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, women keep their bathroom. That's like they sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? Like they go in the bathroom, they do this, they do that, whatever, whatever. When I was younger, you go in my grandmother's bathroom, boy, that thing better be just the same. So I understand that too. Guys ain't going to keep a bathroom the same way. Most guys ain't going to keep a bathroom the same way as a woman do, but it still shouldn't be dirty as shit either. The kitchen, I mean, yeah, the kitchen is my sanctuary, man. But when I'm in a funk, man, hey, I don't
It makes my life harder because now I'm chasing around this one.
Music really be helping me.
Two boys and the grown boy. That's what it feels like.
Jen, music be helping me. Like music be helping me.
Oh yeah. Actually, I threw my music on the other day when I realized like, oh, all right, I gotta start taking over. He's in his place. Let me throw my music on. So yeah, I would say if initially you gotta be observant of your significant other. Like I said earlier, you gotta observe his behaviors, how he's taking care of himself, how he's moving in the house and in the streets. Where's he going? Who's he hanging with? Who's he talking to? How many miles are on the car? I'm just kidding. That was a Tyler Perry movie. But no, really, it's not really heavy observing. You just start noticing because when he starts kind of settling down into his patterns, you start noticing changes in patterns, and you should be really paying attention. Um,
I mean,
because
yeah,
those are all
yeah,
clues that something's about to happen, or he's heading either up or heading down. So him going down was a slow, gradual process. Him snapping out of it was instantaneously.
yeah,
It was like boop.
yeah,
It was literally he was daylight, and then I mean it was literally nighttime, and it was daylight whenever that moment happened.
yeah.
And it started happening basically after he got his hair cut. So it was a success. Good job, Tamika.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, yo, like we who have been incarcerated, for
Thank you, Carla. Thank you. And give us some thumbs up if the advice is helping. If you like this kind of stuff, let us know.
we
Thumbs
who
up.
have been incarcerated for a large part of our life,
See your thumb.
oh,
he wants his thumb too, though.
Are used to gradually getting over. I mean, instantaneously getting over stuff. Like we might be like you might be locked up and be in a cell. Like, yo, you can really be in a funk for 2 months. Easy. You know what I mean? And then
2 months. Oh my god.
And then have a conversation on the phone that's like A1, and boom, you done. Because at the end of the day, yo, it's pain. We used to that shit.
So let me tell you, what is the because getting out of a funk is instantaneous, it is extremely quick. Like you will know instantly he's out of his funk. Is it the care? So whoa. So like the example that happened yesterday between us, what do you think is it? Was it the fact that it was the love and care? Was it the words?
Yeah.
What was it that helped you?
What
was the what
I mean,
the
main thing for me, no, it wasn't that it wasn't necessarily the haircut. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I could get my own haircut the next day. It was the fact that the care. Yo, I give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo. Like it's too much. You going too far. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave you some rope, you know what I mean? You hanging yourself. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I'm not gonna sit here and watch you hang yourself. And that right there is I suppose is the cat. I haven't given it, proper reflection, probably never will. But that right there was the catalyst. What are you doing?
He's working down here, ain't he?
Like I said, like we not used to that. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, everything shut off for us at 11 o'clock, 10:50. You know what I mean? So
I think I did a good job. I didn't get frustrated.
No.
Come at you.
You did get frustrated probably, but you ain't show it. Yeah, I mean, because I ain't see it. I didn't see it. You know what I mean? Literally. You know what I mean? Like she was literally upstairs and I was downstairs and I see her breeze straight through, grab something to eat, snatch the kids, and go straight upstairs. You know what I mean? Like I didn't see it. But that's gotta cause some sort of frustration. You know what I mean? You got a whole nother parent in the house that's just not engaged at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm engaged just enough, like not even bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was slightly frustrating because we had one son who's in virtual learning. I'm working from home. He's down here with him, But yet I'm still logging him in, and he's not taking the initiative to figure out how to do it. So I was just like blown. So I just stopped. I said no. I said I'm not doing it anymore. And if it comes to him missing class, then so be it. Because what would he do if I wasn't here? He would have to figure it out.
Sometimes that's how I gotta be.
So I just like, look, your father can
you know
do
what
it
is though?
I'm not doing it.
Like my son, my son is so bullheaded. Like he came downstairs. What it was is I probably wasn't gonna do it, but he's so bullheaded. He came down with the computer and was like, "I think I can figure it out. I think I can figure it out." So I'm like,
when he gets in his moods, he's not approachable. So our son sat there and tried to figure it out himself. After I told him no, take it to your dad. He spent 5 minutes trying to figure it out himself before he would bring it down to him because he didn't want to talk to him.
And then came downstairs. I didn't know what happened upstairs, but he came downstairs and sat there and was like, I can figure it out. I think I can figure it out. And I'm watching him. I'm like, all right. And I watch the TV, but then I look over at him and I see him just like keep clicking on the same stuff. But he really was trying to figure it out by himself. I'm like, man, bring it over here. You know, and I respected the fact that he was trying to give me my space in his way. Like, look, hey, man, look, I ain't trying to fuck with you. I ain't trying to bother you. I ain't trying to do this. I ain't trying to do this. Man, look, man, I'm going to try and figure this shit out by myself because I ain't trying to hear your mouth. You know, and that right there, I respect it. You know what I mean? And that, boom, all right, cool. Look, boom, 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 boom. There you go. You know,
so even being a father is like night and day when he's in his funk and when he's not in his funk. Because when he's not in the funk, he's engaged, he's reaching out to help. There's a smile on his face. He's approachable.
Yeah, but even when I'm non-approachable and even when I am in a funk, I still try to be there for him in different ways. Whereas though I'm like, yo, she was getting ready to have him pull up weeds last weekend.
With nothing
like all day.
So what?
All day she was going. I'm like, nah, man. Yo, at the end of the day, listen. Let me
type a 1 in the chat if you agree that the kids should know how to do this. They should know how to take care of
I'm not saying
There's nothing wrong with that.
Can I finish speaking?
There's nothing wrong with pulling weeds.
Can I listen? What I'm saying is this. In my head, I'm like, yo, they come home from school every day. They get to working.
They don't pull.
They get to doing this. They get to doing that. Boom, they go to sleep. You feel what I'm saying?
It's a weekend.
So I'm like, all right, look, on the weekend, I just want them to chill. Like, I just want them to chill. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, look.
He be trying to let them skate, but look, you can't just keep letting kids skate through and not do it.
I did all the work.
Because they'll never learn. We can't be having grown men in this house. They don't know how to do yard work. Come on.
I mean, yeah, she right.
Come on, man.
She right.
Look, they gonna get out there and work. What is it? What? I don't know.
I just did it.
Why is that a bad thing?
It's not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Look, he will reward. This is how he do. Let me tell you. We got 2 older children. If one follows directions and does it right, and one does not, he will reward the one who did it right by having him stop the work. So now he's missing out on learning.
I'm saying
just because the other person didn't do it correctly.
I believe in being fair.
It's not fair. So by you stopping the person doing
I believe in being fair because at the end of the day, yo, one will slack off if the one see the other one hitting it, the one that slack off and he might be sweeping for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, yo. Like, yo, did this, and this. Man, look, chill out, man. So when I seen that, when she come down the steps, I'm like, yo, look, Junior, he hitting it. Boom, 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 boom. She like, all right, so what? I'm like, but, you know what I mean? Take it easy on him. Take it easy on why? I'm like, all right, I ain't even gonna fight the battle, man. I'm gonna just go ahead on and do the work.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
gonna do the work.
stop somebody because they're doing it correctly, because the other person's not doing it correctly. The one has nothing to do with the other. That's how I see it.
I see it different.
Okay.
I see it different.
Look, so it depends on who's home, how it goes.
Yeah.
It depends on who. They get two different parenting styles.
They do.
As it appears.
They do. And they know though. Like at the end of the day, Junior expected to just be cool. Why?
Actually,
Because
let me say it's three different parenting styles. My style, his style when he's in a good mood, and then his style when he's in a funk.
yeah. I mean, yeah. When I'm in a funk,
there's two different versions.
When I'm in a funk, just leave me alone.
Yeah, I said, don't bother him.
What Junior expected today to just come home and just play the game or whatever. He walked in the door, he seen Knight playing the game. He like, oh man, hey, picked up the controller. Whoa, what are you doing? You ain't done shit. You ain't done nothing. You know what I'm saying?
This is post-funk parenting.
So
post-funk parenting.
He go in the kitchen, he lollygagging and doing whatever he want to. He don't really want to do no work. Why? Because he see his brother playing the game. So he like, at the end of the day, why can't I play the game? No, you can't play the game. I tell him, I say, it was a break. I say, yo, look, do this, and this. He bullshit. Knight said, all right, look, I'm going to get it. He got it up. Knight come out on the deck. He said, yo, can MJ play with me? I said, are you asking? Do you care? He said, no, I don't really care if he played with or not. If he cared, I would have let him play, because Knight been pulling the whole weight the whole day. But he said he don't care. I said, well, then no, he can't play. And he had an attitude. Junior had an attitude with me. I don't care. And I told him I ain't care. We'll start over tomorrow, reset. Yo, I believe in being fair. You know what I mean? If one kid is pulling the weight, all right, fine. You know what I'm saying? Then you get the benefits. If you ain't, if the other, because that's how they are.
All right, let's pull it back in. Pull it back in.
Go ahead.
Pull it back in.
I ain't gonna change that opinion.
Oh no, I'm not talking about your opinion. I mean, back into what we were talking about, the topic. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, what?
Because we getting into parenting now.
Yeah.
But
I ain't gonna tell people how to parent their kids.
Oh well. So my advice, just to kind of recap, if you didn't catch the beginning, is if you are in that, you know what? If someone is still locked up, I guess it'd be different. But if they're already home, I think giving him space is definitely needed.
You know what? What you just said just sparked something.
What's that?
That's why I think I feel like that. Because when you're in a cell and you living with a person, you have to pull your weight. If you don't, then it's a problem. If your cell buddy hit the cell, if your cell buddy clean the cell, you know what I'm saying, that day, then it's your turn to clean the cell the next day. If he cleaned it 2 days in a row and you don't clean it, then it's a problem. I feel like that's probably what it is.
Interesting. So yeah, when he has his little low periods, I think giving him space is good. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta give. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What is too much space, though? Is there such a thing as too much space?
I mean, probably. Jenny fun.
PTSD again. She trying to tell you something.
I mean, yeah. Too much space is probably unhealthy.
I think for you, it might be personalized.
Yeah, you gotta know your person.
He don't like too much space because he's very needy.
You gotta know your person. You know what I'm saying? So
for me, if I give him too much space, if I could use that as a being me, what's the word? If I want to be an a-hole, I could just literally totally just disappear and ignore him and not pay him any attention. If that's what the plan was, because I know that would just eat at him. But I
Yeah.
don't really ask him to do too much when he gets in that space because one, I don't feel like dealing with it, and plus, I'm so conditioned to doing stuff by myself for 6 years. It doesn't even phase me. But I realize that he needs some space to breathe or think or just I don't know, be in
How
that
did you get
moment. I
passed back
guess
to me?
he's climbing on you, but and making sure not to say things that are going to put him on the defensive.
I'm the jungle gym.
You are the jungle gym. You gotta guard your words, and then be mindful of how you speak to him. Because what you don't want to do is create more turmoil. You know what? We went through that period or that phase where it was just argue, argue, argue. And when you're sick of being in that space, you are willing to set whatever frustrations aside to keep the peace in the house.
Lord have mercy.
And then after a while, it becomes easy. It becomes easy.
I do appreciate the fact that she don't bother me about the small shit. Like when I first came home, like for the first year, like it used to, like the small shit, like everything, boom, 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 boom. So now we have reached, because we have went 12 rounds too many times, like the small shit, she just be like, all right, whatever. And it might get under her skin, it might not. I don't know, but she don't even let it affect her. You know what I mean? And that I appreciate. You know what I mean? And it's noticed. Because you got to pick your battles. You know what I mean? You have to pick your battles. And if you try to fight every battle, you're going to lose the war. You know what I mean? And the war is basically staying together forever. You know what I mean? And you're going to end up losing that war because you picking every single battle. Don't sweat the small stuff.
What's the quote? Do you want to have a marriage? Wait, do you want to have a happy marriage, or do you want to be right? What's the saying that kind of goes?
I mean, that works. That works.
The funny thing is, I keep hearing that they said it on Sports Center this morning. Actually,
that works.
Do you want to be happy, or do you want to be right? I don't know. Who knows what I'm talking about? Hey, Alicia, I know
I
you
don't mind. I don't mind me. I don't mind not sweating the small stuff. But that was something that she has learned. I don't even know when the epiphany happened, but I'm grateful. You know what I mean? Because the small stuff really will eat at you. You know what I mean? And when you in your solace and you thinking and you like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, she was beefing with me about this, and this. And then the thing is a lot of times when you so focused on beefing about every least little thing and every least little thing that bother you, you don't notice the other stuff, and when you and your soulless, and it can be either or, you be like, damn, like she beefing with me about this and she didn't notice this. And that right there will create anger and aggression. You know what I mean? And I'm appreciative now that she don't be sweating the small stuff, man.
All right, Alicia says, I know you don't want to go into parenting, but do you feel the need to talk to the kids, or do they just get it? I would say never ever, ever assume the kids just get it. They don't know nothing about prison. They don't know nothing about prison mentality. They don't know nothing about
they don't.
What like that means.
Night asked me today, like we had a moment today, and Night was like, I was playing with the boy, and he noticed the interaction, and he was like, well, why didn't you ever give that to me? And I was like, man, listen, you know what I mean? Like I was in jail. I was locked up. I'm sorry. That's something that I can't take. I can't give you what I made a mistake. And he continued to pepper me with questions. Well, why did you make that mistake? Well, what happened? You know what I mean? Well, I don't know if that happened. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know this and I don't know that. And we had to have a conversation. And you never know, like it was so spur of the moment. Like I didn't know that we was gonna have that conversation.
I didn't know you even had that conversation. I'm learning right along with you. But to answer your question from my perspective, what did you ask? Do we talk to the kids? I definitely talk to the kids. I always, many times, I've pulled the kids up secretly without him knowing to explain that, in a kid way that, daddy's going through something, and it has nothing to do with you. None of your actions.
I didn't even know you did that.
Your actions, or is nothing you said or done is causing him to behave this way. So I whenever I feel the need, especially the young one, because he's more emotionally tied to his reactions. But I talk to both of them definitely, and always at the same time to explain, especially when he's in that mode where he gets very, he starts taking things out on the family. That is probably the high time where I will pull the kids to the side. I'm talking
I didn't
low.
even know she do that. But I can imagine, because
I do it without him knowing it.
We got our middle child. Well, he cut from my side of the cloth, and he will challenge you. And when you in that mode, you know what I'm saying, and it's a challenge, then it's a challenge, and me and him go through it. We be beefing, and when we good, we like peas and carrots. You know what I'm saying? When we beefing, we beefing. Cause he ain't gonna let up and I ain't gonna let up. And so it's like a Mexican standoff in the house. And I'm only gonna go but so far, and he only gonna go but so far. But it's really like a Mexican standoff, and she be right in the middle. And she'll pull me up. Hey, yo, look, blah, 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 blah.
Oh yeah, I do that too. So I talk to the kids separately, just to let them know, hey, it's not your fault.
She didn't pull me up 3:00 in the morning. Hey, listen. You know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. And I hear it. I hear it. Because I already know, like when you're an intelligent individual and you are in tune with the family and she speaks on it, it's not nothing that you don't know. So all she's doing is reinforcing what you already know, and it's like, yo, come on now, you know what I mean? Your panties starting to show. You know what I mean? Like, get it together.
So I mean, sometimes I feel the need to coerce. Is that, I mean, like, so for example, if he starts getting more in I'll just call it a negative space. Where he's
what's him doing?
Doing a lot of
him wants to stand up,
yelling.
He wants to stand up.
Or if he's doing a lot of
he wants
harping on negative stuff or things that the kids do wrong. Then I will try to make him put the same effort into praising the kids. So like we had one day where I think one child was getting on him all day. I was just like, this is a lot. This is too much. It's too much. You need to back out. And so I made sure that he followed through and did what he was supposed to do. Talking about my son. And I checked behind him, and then I asked him to come up because he was the one who got on him about it, and he needs to be the one to say good job, not me.
Facts.
Not coming from me. If he's the one who started the hey, you didn't do this right, then he needs to be the one to follow up and say, hey, now this is how it's supposed to be done.
Facts.
But you can't, but I have to kind of push him to put in the same energy, the level of energy of him, hey, you didn't do that right, blah, blah, is not the same as, wow, that was great, you did a great job. So it's kind of pushing him to put that same energy into saying, hey, good job, wow, that's it,
Yo, I said, the way I said it, She gave me a look, and I'm like, okay, I got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but we not used to the positive reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, yo, you did what you were supposed to do. All right, thank you, appreciate it. You know what I mean? When you don't do what you're supposed to do, you know, yeah, you're gonna hear about it. You know, and I mean that is um indicative of the cell and how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yo, I'm not gonna pat you on the back for something that you've been not following the rules. You've been not doing what you're supposed to do. So the one time that you do what you're supposed to do, and it was rehearsed and coerced and all of that stuff, no, I didn't come off the right way. But the look she gave me, yeah, I don't sweat the small stuff. Hey, thank you. Good job. Yay. Good job.
Well, I'm a firm believer that in what you focus
We
on,
should, Jen.
we should want to do better than our. Oh yeah.
We should.
Um,
We do want to do better. Not we should. We do want to do better.
I think I'm doing better than my parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, around the board.
Yeah.
I think they're getting. I don't know. It's my
Yeah.
opinion. There's always something I've strived for.
Yeah.
That's not a negative thing on my parents,
At all.
but
At all.
it's
But I mean,
also,
that
it's
should
also
always be the
based.
goal.
It's also based on what I want for my children too, because possibly I didn't have what I'm striving for them to get. I guess.
Facts.
So I guess it's personal too. What I'm gonna say, I totally lost my train of thought.
I don't know.
I'm a firm believer that what you focus on is what you magnify. 1,000%. So I say that because one, when he's in his funk, I don't bring attention to it because I don't want to see more of it. And two, when you're dealing with the children, right? We don't want to bring 1,000% focus on all the things they're doing wrong and 10% on what they're doing right, because eventually they're going to be seeking attention and they're going to know, hey, if I do something wrong, then they're going to be all up my back and I know I'll have their attention, right? We don't want that negative attention.
No.
So, we have to make a habit of focusing and that's what I use for him. I'm working on myself. Well, I'm a work in progress. My goal is to help him by not focusing on the things that I don't want to see in our relationship or, whatever it is that he's dealing with. I make a conscious choice to focus or to pay more attention to the things that I want out of him. And then after a while, it gets easier because, like he said, it's so much easier to get mad at the things that you don't want. It's so much easier to react in a negative way to, things that you disapprove of, because your reaction is like, why are you doing that? Or how come this is that? Because it's against what you want. So you just kind of just react to it. It's reactionary, right? You have to make a conscious decision to do the opposite and choose to praise people. It's a conscious decision. You're not reacting. You are making a decision to do it. So you got to get out of that reactionary mindset and really get to a place where you're consciously making decisions to move in a way so that you're going to get more of what you want. Is that making sense? Can we get a yes or no? Is that making sense to you guys? Is that helpful? You laughing at me? He's always laughing at me. So yeah, is this information helpful? If it is, give us a thumbs up. Let us know. Let us know if it's helpful. Yes.
Yeah,
no.
man. I mean, yo, hey, when you're dealing with a person that's coming out, you got to give them space. Don't give them too much space. You got to push. Don't push too hard. You know, you, you got to maintain your own sense of balance
Oh, good
in
point.
order to keep them balanced.
Oh, you about to make it. You about to elongate this even more. Oh man.
You know,
Hold on. We need thumbs up on the actual video. But thank you, Alicia.
I mean, like, you know, be like water. You know, that's what Bruce Lee said. You know, be like water. Water conforms to everything. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in the jar, whether it conforms to the surrounding. And, you know, that a lot of times men who have been incarcerated will study, like really study their significant other, like really study. You know, when the lights go out, we thinking, you know, hey, dang, she like that, she like this, she like that, she don't like this, she don't like that. This what makes her tick. This what turns her on. This would do this. We constantly think, you know, and a lot of times y'all be out here and y'all moving because life is happening out here. Bills got to get paid. This got to get done. Kids got to get fed. This, you know, mortgage, all of that stuff, you know, and you don't take the time to notice or understand the person that you're dealing with. When that person comes home, he's home, you know, and take the time now. If you got a person that's still incarcerated, take the time now to try to understand how he ticks. That way, that'll make life a whole lot easier when he comes home. That way, you can give him space when he needs space, give him comfort when he needs comfort. Not every time, you know what I'm saying, a rub on the back will cure things, but normally it does. You know what I'm saying? That's the best advice I can give. You know, like you gotta know your mate. You gotta know your mate. You gotta know your spouse.
It may help too if you struggle with this. It might be helpful to keep a journal or a notebook, and you just kind of jot down, um, you know, if you notice changes in his mood swings or how he reacts to certain things you say. And that way, if you are somebody who likes to visually see stuff, maybe writing things down about what you notice or observe about him may be helpful. You know, I definitely during the height of when things weren't too great between us, I kept a notebook. I definitely kept a notebook, which was helpful for me because especially when you're in that when things aren't great, your memory's not good, you're stressed. Um, it's easier to keep track of things. So keeping a notebook helped me. I'm not doing it at the time being, but yeah, that might be helpful. But I definitely think observing your partner, getting to know his patterns is the biggest thing you can do.
That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do. You know, I mean,
which gets easier
you
the
don't
longer
want
they've
to go
been
to
home.
Funky Town, man. You don't want to end up in Funky Town.
It's hard if you have mood swings. Meaning, well, everybody has mood swings.
Everybody do, yeah. Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, it's only, you know, volcanic if both of y'all having mood swings at the same time. You know, if she having mood swings, a lot of times, you know, I'm not. You know, or I can sense it. You know, and a lot of times I be trying to teach the boys, like, hey, look, boy, hey, boy, your mother on one today. Hey, do this, do that, boy. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna catch the heat. I got gout. I got gout. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna catch the heat. I'm telling y'all, you know, so you know, you just gotta know your spouse, man. Both ways, man. Both ways. Both ways. Communication. Communication is the key, man. Communication.
It's easy to say communication is the key, but you don't communicate when you're in that.
No, I don't. But non-communication can be communication.
That's true.
When you know your spouse. When you know your spouse, non-communication can be communication. You know, I mean, you just gotta know your spouse, man.
All right, it's time to close it up. Close it
Big
up.
time, man. We
Close-
14 minutes over, man.
Close
Pay
the
us.
shop up.
Pay us for the extra time. I'm playing, man. I'm playing.
So, yep. Take the time to observe his patterns, his tone of voice, the words he says, how he reacts to you. Give space when needed. But at a certain point, I would say you gotta reel him back in. Reel him back in.
Yeah, man.
And what you should see happen over time is that he doesn't get so deep into those low phases, and it doesn't happen as often. That would be ideal, right? That would be ideal. Yeah, we're gonna close it up. Is there anything?
The bags is gonna go off.
Oh my goodness, my mom's gonna kill us. Yes, she is. Oh man, Mom Duke, you watching? All right, any of you guys who are I already told you guys in the email, but I was so happy that I passed my behavior change specialist exam.
Hello.
I'm upgrading my prison wife course.
Hello.
And I'm going to be looking for people to fill out some surveys to let me know what kind of information they want to see in my healthy prison love course. So look out for that, especially if you're on my email list. So I want your input on what you want to learn about how to establish or maintain a healthy relationship. So my goal is that you are confident enough to speak up for what you need in your relationship, so that you are happy. Because if you are not getting what you need in your relationship, and if you're not speaking up and communicating what you need, then it's not really a true relationship. So if you're sitting there feeling guilty about thinking that if you speak up, he'll feel bad and this will cause that, and it's not really a true healthy relationship. So you got to have the courage and the confidence to know who you are and know what makes you happy. So I really do focus on helping you get to know yourself. I think that's important in any relationship. So definitely we'll be looking for your input so I can update and upgrade. Let me upgrade you. Or upgrade my course, that is. Yeah, and then it's going to get another upgrade in a half a year or so, because I'm going to school. I'll be going to school soon to become a relationship coach. Oh, and I start this month. But yeah, Alicia, count you in. Yeah, I'm excited. You're not on Facebook. I'm going to be looking for beta testers. Yeah, so if you're on my email list, you'll get all that information. If not, DM me. I'll put you on there. All right, we out. This is
man.
it.
Yeah, man.
This is Rap City.
Man.
Help us out by giving us some thumbs up if you like the information on this video, and if you're not already subscribed, subscribe, and you can hit the bell that lets you know when we're going live. I do plan on doing some more live videos. I do want to start interviewing some women who already have their men home.
Love you, Jen.
Who maybe are further along and they're successful. All right. Good night, Carla, Mom Dukes, Alicia, Jenny. I don't know who else is out there. Oh, Joss, if you're still on here. Miss Jocelyn.
Everybody that's lurking.
Ready to talk to my SL about the topic. All right. Yeah, take the stuff and apply it. That's right.
Man.
Take what you learned and apply it. Apply it. Yeah. All right.
Do that.
Bye.